Coming off a 14-point win against Fort Hays State in Week 1, the second-ranked Northwest Missouri State Bearcat football team will head on the road Saturday for the Bearcats' first road trip of the season. They'll play the Lincoln Blue Tigers and will be bringing the MIAA Defensive Player of the Week with them to Jefferson City.
Pressure, Zach Howard there to throw him to the ground for another sack, his third of the day.
It's your MIAA Defensive Player of the Week.
With a 3-sack performance in Week 1 against Fort Hays State, Northwest defensive lineman Zach Howard is making sure his name is in the team's record books.
He understands football as well as any kid that I've ever coached. His football IQ is extremely high.
Howard is already a top 10 Bearcat in career quarterback sacks, but individual numbers don't seem to be his top priority.
He's one of the most selfless individuals that I know.
Even during the 2021 season, head coach Rich Wright moving the MIAA Defensive Athlete of the Week to the edge, out of his comfort zone, but it didn't seem to bother the Bolivar, Missouri native.
For a big kid, he's got really good shoulder turn and the ability to flip his hips. And if he senses you're off balance, he can exploit it and exploit it quickly, and that's what makes him successful as a pass rusher.
And it's Zach Howard again.
Howard's a dynamic defensive lineman, racking up 8.5 sacks last year, 8 sacks in 2019, and already with 3 this season. He's making those around him even better too.
But yeah, he is phenomenal. He's a phenomenal player. A lot of respect for him. We like to give each other tips and tricks on what he sees out of us, what we see out of him.
There's a lot of season left to play, but the listed 6'3", 303-pound quarterback Hunter looks to be in for another standout season.
He works at his craft He works at his craft hard every day, mentally, physically, in all components. And so for him to move back to his natural inside position, kind of where he was in the playoffs, he hasn't taken a drop off at all.
In MIAA football this week, Missouri Western will head over to Fort Hays State on Thursday night for a game with the Tigers. Griffin's quarterback Reagan Jones named the MIAA Offensive Player of the Week this week. More than 275 total yards and 2 scores. And number 2 Northwest will play Lincoln Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock in Jefferson City.